My pile is way too big and I think I'm gonna have to take some books off for this. Hello beautiful bookworms! My name's Catarina and welcome to my channel. I hesitated on my name, I don't know why, but moving forward. So today is the third day of 7 days of top 7, and for today we have the topic characters you relate to. Obviously, as normally, I would leave link down below G's announcement or G's video from Book Roast to the 7 days of top 7, and I will also leave my playlist down below if you want to go and check out the other videos that I already made or that I will do for the next of the week. So without further ado, let's just get into 7 characters that I actually can relate to. So the first character that I actually can relate to is Jacob from the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? Yeah, that's it. I have to say this really slowly so that I did get to. But yeah, Jacob from Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Basically because Jacob is a young man that I don't relate with him because he's a man, but yeah, because he's a young man that actually loves a lot his grandfather, and I love my grandparents. They have stuck with me throughout my entire childhood, like with him, and they practically raised me. They are practically my parents. So basically that's something that I have in common with him, and also the fact that he strives for adventure. He hates being in a boring city doing a boring thing, and although he's afraid of the adventure that he craves, he just moves forward with it and he tries to live it to the fullest. And I also crave adventure, and I'm also scared shitless of anything that can appear to me, but I like to think that I would probably enjoy a lot of what would come to me if I would actually live an adventure. And now I sound like a hobbit talking. The second character that I relate to is the Librarian from 1 Week in the Library by W. Maxwell Prince, John Amer, and Catherine Leno. And this is a graphic novel, very small. I have a review for it. I will leave it linked down below. And this is a story about this librarian that is pretty much trapped in the library. He lives there. He just spends all of his time there taking care of the books, preventing that some characters escape from books, mending them, reading his stories, listening to them, and yeah, that is me through and through. Like, I even have a booktube, everyone, and I have loads of books, and I love books. So, obviously, the librarian is like my spirit animal. Then another character that I do relate to is Cassidy from The Shadow Queen. I do believe that is what this is called. I'm really bad with N. Bishop translations because this Portuguese publisher, don't actually translate stuff very well. But let's move forward. So I really relate with Cassidy from The Shadow Queen because she is someone that is not at all mighty and powerful, but that really wants to turn things right for the kingdom. She wants to be a pure queen, a true queen. She wants to be someone that people can trust. She wants to take care of the land. She wants to just give herself to others in a way that she could help everyone that needs and anyone and anything that needs. And I really relate with that. I don't feel at all that mighty and powerful like pretty much all of the main characters of fantasy stories. I feel a little bit like her. I'm not that powerful. Probably I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things, but the things that I can do, I like to think that I would do those things for the people that I love. So that's why I identify with her. Next on my list is, I have to read this because this is really Japanese names, you know. I identify with Kazuma Futaba from Sickness Unto Death, and this is a 2-volume manga that consists of the story of this college freshman that is studying psychotherapy, and that actually discovers this girl that is dying from an unknown illness that is obviously related with her mental health. And he tries everything and anything to just help her, and in the process he falls in love with her, and he wants to make her better. And I can relate with this not only because he's a psychotherapist. Obviously I don't relate with this because he fell in love with her, because that's not ethical, everybody. So if I'm following this profession, I have to know that. But moving forward, that's not why I identify with him. is a psychotherapist, and I am finishing my major in psychology, so I would probably also be a psychotherapist by the end of this next year. I wish, I want. But anyway, not only because of that, but because of the fact that he supports the person that he loves. He's always there for her, no matter the cost and no matter everything. I like to think, actually, that I would also be there for those people that I love that need everything and anything. I would like to think that I will battle for them and that I will try to help them if they need it. So that's why I identify with him. And also he has really great ideas and he's a good listener. And I like to think I'm a good listener as well. The next character that I identify with is Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And obviously, if you've seen the list of my favorite, I do believe, classics, fantasies, I don't really know, but I will leave it linked down below if I remember. But you would know that this was coming. And obviously, I do identify a lot with Alice because I live in my own Wonderland every day. Every single day, I am with the hair up in the clouds and my head completely lost in thought. I'm always with my nose stuck on a book, just imagining places. And obviously, I'm a very curious person, if you haven't noticed yet. So that for me is very similar to what Alice is. I really adore her critical sense. I'm also quite critical of stuff that is going on. I love the way that she speaks, and I just love Alice. I would love to be Alice, actually. She's fearless. She's really brave. She's just looking at stuff and seeing how it is strange and curious, but she's moving forward and she just wants to go somewhere. And I think that that's me. I just want to go somewhere and see the world and just have my own Wonderland. The next character that I identify with is Elizabeth Bennett by Pride and Prejudice. Great. That is in Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Nice save, everybody. So Elizabeth Bennett is a little bit judgy in a way, and whilst I like to think that I'm not very judgy of the people that I'm communicating with, sometimes when I'm not communicating with people, and I'm not saying my friends, I'm saying everybody, I like to think that I don't judge people when I communicate with them, but sometimes when I just see someone that I don't know and stuff like that, I can't avoid making stuff up about who they are and what they're doing, and sometimes I get a little bit judgy, and that's the problem that she has, and that's also a problem that I have, but I'm trying to control it because I know that that's not something that you should do, and I do reprehend everybody that is judgy with people, because you never know what people are going through and you never know who they are, so you shouldn't be like that. But I know that sometimes it happens even if I don't want to, so some little thought that just got away from me. But it's not only because of that I identify with her. I do identify with her strength, the way that she just wants things in her way. She just wants to marry by love, and it's not like I want to marry, but I wish that if I can have someone, it's because I love that person and not because of other situations like money and other stuff. So I do identify a lot with that because I feel like when I feel something, it's very hard not to show it. I completely show when I don't like something, when I have something to say about something, and although I respect everyone's opinions, I just have to be true to myself, and I think that that's something that she represents very well, and that I feel like I can identify with. And the last character that I feel I can identify with is Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit, and I know that everyone that knows me right now is laughing because people call me a hobbit because I'm really, really short. I have 1 meter and 51 centimeters. Well, 53 actually, but yeah, okay. 1 meter and 53 centimeters. So I'm really small. I'm kind of a hobbit-sized person, but at the same time, I'm a little bit grumpy, and Bilbo is a little bit grumpy. I've never read The Hobbit, but I've watched the movies, and obviously he's a little bit grumpy, and he wants things his way and no one to touch his things, and that's kind of a little bit of an OCD thing that I actually do have, and I do understand that. But when he's given the chance to go on an adventure, he goes on an adventure, and I'd like to believe that if someday Gandalf would show up at my door and tell me that I have an adventure to go to, I would freaking go to that adventure. I like to think that I am honorable like an hobbit, loyal. So I like to think that I'm an hobbit, actually. So this is why I'm ending this video with a hobbit. In this case, Bilbo, because he's smart as fuck. And he's just so grumpy, and I am Mrs. Grumpy. So kudos for that. So this is all for my third video of 7 days of top 7. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Tell me in the comments down below what are the characters that you relate to. Some of them you don't have to say 7, or you can say 10, 11, 12, whatever you want. I hope that you guys like this video. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow, I hope, with a new video. Bye! Ooh. Happy readings to you all!